Lulama, a very good afternoon to you once again. So we've seen there, of course, interesting to note is that some of the parties, in fact, that are within the GNU itself are actually taking quite a scathing remark towards the speech of the president there and saying that really some of the points that he raised, they're going to be looking at it and going through them with a fine-tooth comb because they don't see how he's going to actually actualize some of those points.
Yes, Alicia, what is happening actually is that although some of the opposition parties are part of the GNU, let me say political parties are part of the GNU, they are saying that their positions, they have not abandoned it. But for the sake of the country, for the sake of government, and for the sake of stability, they are part of the GNU because they want to contribute in how the country is being run. For instance, the UDM is part of the GNU. But when the party leader here in Parliament, Ngabayomze Kwangwa, as well as another UDM MP were on the podium, they were critical of how government is doing. The president yesterday announced the expansion of the zero-rated basket. UDM MP Ngabayomze Kwangwa today spoke about that and saying that the economic conditions of the country, that zero-rated basket is something that is needed, and it's something that is going to monitor in how that is being implemented. The UDM also spoke about crime levels, high crime levels, making an example of what is happening in Gqeberha, saying that the crime levels in the country are escalating out of control and something needs to be done. Also, Alicia, I think it's worth mentioning that Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, when he took to the podium, he addressed the question of crime. He said that government wants to see families safe, he wants to see communities safe, he wants to see people safe. So their priority is on safety. Also adding that they want latest technology when it comes to dealing with crime, saying that criminals are advanced. It's not helping the government to use horses, to ride on horses, to use cars when they are chasing criminals. It's about time that government invest in high-tech technology so that they can be able to deal with crime, adding that they also want to work with the Minister of Correctional Services because they have discovered that some of the criminal activities are taking place inside correctional facilities. So they want to infiltrate that so that they can be able to deal with those criminal aspects. He also had a strong message for people, for rapists and repeated rapists, saying that government during this administration is going to deal with them harshly. ATM leader Vuyolwethu Zungula is not part, the ATM is not part of the government of national unity. When he took to the podium, he was also scathing on the president, saying that some of the promises that he has made in the previous years, he has not achieved them. So it's about time now that he does things better for the betterment of the country and the conditions that that are happening. Also talking about the question of crime, the ATM leader also saying that the crime is escalating out of control. Government must do something about that. The NCC leader, Fadil Adams, also took to the podium. He was scathing on the government of national unity. He was criticizing some of the parties that are part of the government of national unity, saying that now that they are part of the government, they are quiet about the Phala scandal. They are saying nothing about it. Instead, they are focusing now on other issues, including VBS, as if the Phala scandal never happened. So it's those views that those mixed reactions to the president's address last night. They have adjourned now for tea break. They are coming back. The debate is still continuing. Some of the political parties that are represented here in Parliament that we still need to hear from them is the Good Party. One, I think also, Alicia, is worth mentioning is the Al-Jamal. Al-Jamal leader Hanif Hendricks is the Deputy Minister of Social Development. He spoke mostly about international matters, about the war in Palestine and Israel, that quoting from the founding president of the Democratic South Africa, the late Nelson Mandela, when he said that the people of Palestine, is quoting him about what he said about freeing Palestine, saying that that cause should not be abandoned. Palestine must be freed, and government also should take part in making sure that Palestine is free. Alicia.
All right, thank you so much for that. We're going to leave it there with our reporter in Parliament, that is Lulama Matya.